Reminder, we are in a pandemic, so you'll see at the airport it is mandatory to wear face masks. Our officers working at the checkpoints also, in addition to the face masks, are behind acrylic barriers. They also wear gloves. They will change their gloves on a frequent basis. If a passenger asks, they will change their gloves when asked as well. The airport continuously cleans the airport, the terminal area, all the common areas. We want to make sure that everyone has a safe and secure experience when they're going through. So disinfection is done on a daily basis, and we want to make sure again that we're trying to kill those COVID impacts that are affecting people nationwide. So prior to leaving, we highly recommend that you check your carry-on bag. We're experiencing a high number of weapons being found at the checkpoints for passengers coming in. And the number one excuse that we get is, I didn't know it was in my bag. So prior to coming to the airport, look at your carry-on bag, go through it, make sure that there's nothing prohibited in your bag before you start packing it for your travel. That'll make it a lot safer and easier for you. And if you do come to the airport and you have a weapon and it is found, those fines can go up to $13,000. So you don't want to have something where you're going to have to pay money during the holiday season besides buying gifts and presents. So come prepared. How do you know what you can and cannot bring? On the table, we have some demonstrations of things that are prohibited, as well as some things that are permitted. We also have two other ways you can check. On TSA.gov, on our internet, you can go on and ask, what can I bring? We also have a TSA app. It's called My TSA. You can download that on your phone, and you can also look up what you can and cannot bring to the airport. When you're coming to the airport and you're getting ready for security, we highly recommend you take things such as keys, your wallets, lip balms, coins. Take those out of your pockets, put it inside your carry-on. It'll make it a lot easier. You don't have to put it in the bin and worry about forgetting it. Just put everything inside, and once you get through security, you can take it back out and do your recomposure. Check your bins. Make sure that you check your bins when you come through and you don't leave anything behind. We find all kinds of things, baby carriers, car seats, laptops, belts, cell phones that are left behind by passengers. So please make sure you get everything before you leave the checkpoint. If you need assistance and you're coming through and you need any type of assistance, we do have a Tsa Cares hotline that you can call. That number is 855-787-2227. When you call that number, we will assign an officer to assist you getting through the security checkpoint. So those with any type of medical disabilities or need a little extra attention while at the airport, please contact our Tsa Cares hotline, and we'll be sure to help you out. Another good idea is to consider enrolling Tsa Pre-Check. Our pre-check passengers experience an expedited screening. They can leave their shoes on, life jackets can stay on, laptops and liquids, gels, and aerosols that are 311 compliant can also remain in their bags. It makes the whole process a lot easier. Check online for Tsa Pre-Check and see how you can enroll here for San Antonio or for other airport destinations. As a reminder, our liquids and gels policy is still in effect. That policy is any liquids and gels 3.4 ounces or smaller in a 1-quart bag, and 1 bag per person is allowed to come through the security checkpoint. If you have any liquids, gels, or aerosols that exceed 3.4 ounces, we highly recommend you place those in your checked baggage. If you can spill it, spread it, spray it, pump it, or pour it, and it's larger than 3.4 ounces, it must go in checked baggage. There's one exception to that, and that is we will allow up to 12 ounces of hand sanitizer to come through the checkpoint because of the pandemic. We often get asked what kind of food items can we bring during the holidays. We recommend that if you are bringing food items in your carry-on, that you place it in a clear bag or in a plastic container which is visible, and take that out of your bag when coming through security, because quite often food items require additional check. If you have any items that need to be frozen or kept cold, ice packs are also available or allowable. They must be in a frozen state. They cannot be in an unfrozen state. So make sure your ice packs are frozen, but you can make sure you put them in your bags and to keep those items cool that need to be kept cool. We also recommend that you consider any food safety considerations when bringing stuff. If you have something that can spoil to your transit, it's a good idea not to bring it. We don't want anyone getting sick because they came through and when they got to their destination, ate something that became spoiled. So some of the items that you can bring through, meats, whether they're cooked or uncooked, can come through. Cakes, casseroles, pies. You'll see pies up here. Those items all are allowed in your carry-on baggage. Mac and cheese, vegetables, potatoes, yams, green beans, fresh fruits, bananas, pineapple, candy, and spices, all are allowable. The things that we do not allow, again, is the liquid gels and aerosols. If it's gravy or yams that are in a can that are spreadable, those are not allowed to come through. If you have any type of cranberry sauce, whether homemade or in a can, that also is not allowable. Syrups, anything like we have here, the olives inside the liquid, those are also prohibited. At this time, are there any questions? We're available for any questions individually, if you have any questions concerning holiday travel. No questions? Okay, thank you. Breast milk is authorized as well. You can bring breast milk through. It is going to have to go through additional check, but you just notify the officer when you're coming through that you do have breast milk in the container, and we'll be able to clear that and get you on your way with that. Yes, ma'am. Any additional COVID? I'll have the airport address that. Tanya, can you? Okay, we'll address that one-on-one. Sir? Yes, I'm with TSA. Right. So when coming through the question was, what can they expect as far as lines coming through the TSA checkpoints? Any peak travel, we're recommending that you get to the airport at least 2 hours for domestic flights and 3 hours for international. That'll allow you sufficient time to get through the ticket counters and get through security. The lines here in San Antonio between the hours of 5 and 7 in the morning generally is our peak, and then in the afternoon again between 12 and 2 and between 3 and 5. Those are our peak times that we really recommend you get here early so you don't get stuck and miss your flight.
Has TSA been seeing an increase in recent travel?
Yes, we've steadily been increasing over the last couple of weeks. As I mentioned, we're currently about 15,000 a day. Last year, or 2 years ago, pre-pandemic, we were doing 17,000 to 18,000 a day. So we're not quite back to the pre-pandemic numbers, but it's steadily been increasing over the last few months.
Are you expecting to hit those average numbers during the week of Thanksgiving?
We're expecting here in San Antonio to hit about 16,000 to 17,000 during that week.
And can you go with maybe some of what happens if somebody brings these through? Like, let's say, the way I'm looking at this, it's where you could take a whole pie, but you can't bring the stuff to make it. So if somebody goes through like with a can of pumpkin or something like that in the carry-on, they just have to throw it.
No, so we're going to give you several options. When you have something that's prohibited coming through the checkpoint, we're going to give you, the first option is to put it in your checked baggage. If you can go in checked baggage, you can take it and recheck a bag. You can give it to someone that maybe is non-traveling, that's here at the airport, take it back out to your car. You also have the option of disposing it. There's a kind of a thing that we confiscate items. We don't confiscate anything. Anything that's left behind is because it's been voluntarily abandoned by the passenger, and then we dispose of it. So you do have several options of taking it with you to your destination. Any other? Yes. Okay. So especially coming up with the Christmas holiday, we see a lot of passengers coming in with wrapped gifts. We highly recommend you do not wrap your gift. If it goes through the x-ray and we have to open it up, we don't take our time in unwrapping it. We're going to expeditiously look at that, have to unwrap it, and then that's going to kind of ruin your surprise when you get to your destination. So we recommend you bring the wrapping with you, wrap it after you get through security, get to your destination, but don't have it pre-wrapped with you. If you have gift bags, stuff like that, that's a great item to put it in because it's a lot easier to check a gift bag than it is to unwrap a gift.
I'm looking at the hand sanitizer right there. It seems like it's a little bigger than usually the 3 ounces that's allowed. Is there something special about hand sanitizer that can take a slightly bigger container?
Yes, we are currently allowing, because of the pandemic, up to 12 ounces for hand sanitizer. It will need additional check when it comes to, but passengers can bring it up to 12 ounces. Another item that you'll see up there on display is snow globes. This is the time of year where you see a lot of snow globes. Snow globes, because of the volume of liquid that's inside, are prohibited unless it's a miniature globe, which is under 3.4 ounces. Any other questions? Thank you and safe travels.
So Joey and Michael, if you guys want to interview Patty, he's TSA spokesperson, and if you need to interview Tom from the airport, he's available as well. For the most part, Patty has all the...
Okay. And what was that gentleman's name?
Okay, there's no face yet.
That's pretty much it, right? All right, let me just get some more shots.